Hello and welcome back to the finishing line and our last Ante-Post Cheltenham video for the Cheltenham Festival in 2023. And the tips, they haven't been great.
They've been fantastic.
They haven't. It's just for to be honest about it. They haven't been.
Mine were great last year and didn't turn out great then.
I suppose everyone has one or two. The boys have a good one with the bumper horse. Good prices. Tom, you don't have 5. Put your hands down.
I think I've got 5.
You don't have 5.
Here we go.
Did you go through Tom's last week anyway? You were supposed to. Oh, very good.
Like 6 single figures. So
I didn't see that.
Also put up a single figures.
Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been playing along, because I know some people have, throw your selection in the comments below, or discuss the ones we put up. They, as I said, they've been discussed widely, and some have been bad and some have been good. Tom, you're going to go first. We're going to put 2 up as it's our last show, and we're all then squared away.
We're going 1, 1, 1. Then 1,
yes,
1, 1.
we go Tom, me, you, Sean, and then back away around again.
Okay.
Okay, Tom, take us away. Give us the first winner.
Looking forward to this then.
Okay, the first one is Risk Bell for the Boodles. She was a major fancy of mine before the Dublin Race Festival, and Willie decided to run her there in a handicap hurdle, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? I thought he was going to blow the mark, to be honest, for the Cheltenham Festival for the Boodles. She got an absolute perler of a fall, so you're taking it on that she's okay after that fall. However, she was punted off the boards. I think she was 6-7 to 1 earlier in the week. She went off 5 to 2 and really, really well supported. That was off a mark of 123. You can't imagine she's going to get more than 127 in the UK. It is always a chance, but I can't imagine as a juvenile she's going to get much more than that. She's had the awkward one with her is for Willie, she had to go straight into graded company because she's after winning 2 hurdles in France. So she couldn't run in the maiden hurdle from. She had to go straight into graded company. She was 5th behind Lossiemouth at Ferry House. And Rachel gave her a ride where she let her have a look at her hurdles that day, but she really caught my eye at Leopardstown. She was actually beaten even further by Lossiemouth that day. However, I thought Luke Dempsey gave her a lovely little ride to get her around. She's been punted off the boards then, and they've completely changed the riding tactics. They rode her up with the pace at Leopardstown in that handicap hurdle. It's fair to say I think they reckon she's a lot better than 1, 2, 3. I do as well. And I think off a mark in the mid to high 120s in the UK, it's a race where anything can happen, as we saw last year. But I think she's going to have a cracking chance.
Yeah. Very good. Boodles always.
I might just jump in there, Dave, because that's going to be my first pick as well. I'm gonna, as Tom said, I've had their eye on this one for a while. Risk Bell at 12 to 1 in there in a race where I haven't much to add. Tom covered it all, but the cow is up there and in behind. I don't think there's that much. I wouldn't be too fearful of hanging in there now. At 12 to 1 each way, and I think she has a great squeak.
Very good. Boodles a tough race, but I'm sure everyone will have a bet or an opinion on it.
This is what I do for the Boodles. Yeah, back that.
I think that Sir Alan has a good chance, but anything could win the Boodles. My first one has been put up for 2 races already by Tom.
No.
Yes.
It's
garlic bread. Yeah, it's garlic bread for the Ballymore.
Left-handed.
It's garlic bread for the Ballymore, 9 to 2. He's definitely going to run the race. I wanted to pick horses that are going to win.
Pick him for it.
I like Herpes Allen. I think his form is good. Imperi Passa, I get as well. I think Goodland is probably not quite as good as the others. But the one horse I think that could be miles ahead and blow the race apart is garlic bread. I said it at the start of the year.
It's only taken a year, but it's happened.
Imagine this time last year he said that.
I said it at the start of the year that I thought he'd turn into a very good chaser next year. I'd be interested in him for the Arkle. But I was majorly impressed at the handicap at Leopardstown. How he won that day.
You're impressed by hearing nearly ended up on your lap on the stand.
Sure. Look, he does things still a bit wrong, but there's room for improvement in all horses. I do think he has the talent to just be a proper Grade 1
Oh, he
horse.
has a talent.
So
left-handed thing.
it wouldn't bother me even if Paul chose the other horse and Danny was on him. Let it rip.
Canny Danny.
Let it rip.
Canny Danny.
So I think Garlic Bread is
129 at a handicap last year. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how you didn't make money on that one, Tom. That's hard to take.
Yeah.
That's hard to take. I think the form in a handicap at Leopardstown is quite strong as well. So yeah, my first one of this week is Garlic Bread for the Ballymore.
Garlic. Oh,
Andrew.
My second and last one goes to the pre-novice hurdle. It's not facile. It's not Elite Thump.
Elite Thump.
High definition at 12-1.
Oh, the mad horse.
This horse is what?
Tom couldn't even speak the words.
We are. Yeah, I did not see it.
You don't want to say yeah, high definition, 12-1. Look, it's a wide open race. This horse, he obviously has the clasp on the flat, and he was running grand until he knuckled over on landing at Leopardstown, going 700 million miles an hour, which is a fair feat in itself. And look, he's riddled with class. He's rated 109 on the flash. Like the horses he ran against in the flat was just finishing behind. Like he finished twice behind Lafayette at the start of last season. He was a neck second in a Group 1 behind Alencar. He was 4 3/4 lengths behind Hookham. He was 6 behind Alpiniste in the Grade 1, and he finished off with 6 1/4 lengths behind Hamish in Champions Day in a handicap. There's a massive engine there. If they get it together, it's a big if, but I think the chance with the price, if he can get his jumping together, you wouldn't be shocked if he pulled it off. Let's put it like that. You wouldn't be shocked if he pulled it off. It's a race that's wide open, that anything could happen. Like, we know from the Slat days that he doesn't shy away from a battle. And if anything, that hill will suit him down to the ground. There's a few risks involved in it, and it's gathered into the price. But the way the Supreme Novice has gone, it's a chance I'm worth taking with the form he has. Like even his maiden hurdle, he bolted up in his maiden hurdle where he couldn't jump a twig, and the second has come out and finished second behind National Diamond, and they were in a different postcode. The rest of them, I think there's a huge engine under there. If he just sorts out his jumping, I think he has a massive chance of 12-1.
Oh, Garlic Bread jumps right, but high definition just can't jump.
That's the big if about it. Like.
So,
lads, if he wins the Supreme, I'm not backing a winner.
How he smashed through at Leopardstown. When he meets him right, he jumps him perfectly.
What you're hoping for now at 1/2, Tuesday, 3 weeks.
Which I booked off today.
Which Andrew booked off today to watch the races. What you're hoping for is Low Lion Sun. It's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen at 1/2 of the day, but if you pray, you might get it.
Can he run in the bumper?
No, he fucking can't.
I think he has a right chance in it at that price. He's 12-1 is a great price. There's so many question marks about all of them.
Yeah, give me 25s and we'll have a few on. Tom, your second one.
I've been umming and ahhing about this because I got 2, which is quite frustrating because I don't really know what to do now.
You're not allowed to mention both.
You're going to mention the both of them. He definitely mentioned the both.
You can only mention one. You have to stick with one.
Okay, I'll stick with one.
You know what's going to happen there, Tom.
Hard heading.
The other one's going to win, Tom.
He's going to put up this off.
Oh, imagine.
Nothing mentioned Martin Pipe though. That was cool. He'd have to. The only way he'd ever get into Martin Pipe is if he won the Imperial Cup and then ran a week later. It's like 0.0001% of a chance. So
never say never.
Always a chance.
It's always a chance.
Don't back him just yet, lads. If he happened to win the Imperial Cup, you could probably back him then. But
and is that bonus? Does that bonus still apply?
Yeah, Tom, the maths would tell you that everything has a chance.
Exactly, a 0.000001% chance of it happening.
Bad enough.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'd hold your bets there, guys. Anyway, the one I'm going to put up, and I admit I'm late to the party on this, is So Scottish for the plate. He is 6-1, I believe. 11-2. He's 11-2, which may seem short, right? But this horse is going to get smashed up. This is an absolute Emmett Mullins job if I ever saw one, and he's done this one and he's done it properly. This lad was one of the Emmett Mullins horses that tried to land a huge point at Tremor in August. He somehow, I have no idea how, got beaten ahead by Diana at 5-6. He came out the next couple of weeks later and bolted up in a maiden hurdle. They then went chasing. He won Tipperary Novice Chase very well in October. Beat 123 rated Railway Hurricane very, very easily. I do believe Railway Hurricane is the horse. I'm just checking now. Yes, that went on to run a really good race at Cheltenham then off a mark of 130, just to be pipped to the post. He's one who doesn't like to get his head in front too often. But the mark of 130 there that he ran off in the UK, I think gives you a guide to So Scottish. So Scottish battered him by 7 lengths. He's then gone to Carlisle, of all places, and won a Novice Chase. Absolutely bolted up there again. That was off an English mark of 132. He's then gone up to 135, and he's just been beaten by Boot Hill at Ascot. I don't think there's any shame whatsoever in that. Boot Hill's been mixing it in Grade 1 company this year. I think the key thing there was that was over 2 mile 1, and the plate is over 2 mile 4. I think the step up to the 2 mile 4 will definitely help him. His 2 chase wins this season have come over 2 miles 4 as well. So I'm mad keen on him. You know what mark he's going to get because he's done the racing in the UK. He's off a mark of 138. He's only got 1 entry at the festival. He's changed ownership since that run. He is now owned by JP McManus. I can see him going off 9-4, 2-1. I think he'll get absolutely smashed up in the market. And it screams good things for me. So 11-2. I've backed him myself at 11-2, and I want him on side.
It's a good one. He looked earlier in the year like they were doing something with him, and it clearly is.
Turned out that Emmett Mullins was.
It's clearly what they were doing, which is not a shock. My second one is in the Mayor's Hurdle, and it's each way, and it's She Wears It Well. She's what are you doing?
Stupid bet.
She has beaten Queensbrook, who franked the form today, beating Brandy Love. Queensbrook was only a couple of lengths behind Marie's Rock in the Mayor's Hurdle last year. So I think the form is good. She looked like she had fallen out of love with the game for a few runs, fourth, and pulled up and fell after she headbutted the hurdle or the ground, whatever happened to her. But earlier in the year, a better run behind Avra Star. Then she won the Pretemps qualifier. I think it was at Punchestown, and a really good performance then, beating Queensbrook at Leopardstown. Looked like she had that bit of speed she had earlier on in her career. Her form is being franked. I think she's probably progressive again now that she's back running properly, traveling better. It's a tough race. Obviously, good mares in there. She's 12-1. She was before the show earlier on. I backed her and she was 18-1, so she was a better bet then. But I'll stick with her because when I checked it earlier, I was going to put her up. So we'll stick with her. She wears it well each way. I think she's a good each way chance. She'll run into a place.
Yeah, look, I was taking the piss there. She has a good chance. She seemed to be back to herself last 2 runs. Look, these mares races are wide open. You see, like Black Tears won it 1 year.
Yeah,
big prices.
Yeah. Queensbrook, I think last year was 13-1 odd when I put her up. So it's not always the favourites are going to be in the first three. So
you see, what is it? Three short enough at the top.
I still think Everton will run the champion hurdle anyway.
You'll see at least one of them underperform.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me. Sorry. My second and last one runs in the Carl Cup, and it's Run for Oscar.
Charles Burns.
Charles Burns horse in here off a mark of 145. He's had 12 runs over hurdles. He's had 3 wins, 3 seconds, 3 thirds. So I think he'd be a shoe-in for a place minimum. Obviously won the Cesar, which at Newmarket off 90, he bolted up in that. He then ran 5 3/4 lengths behind Botak Casa Haydock, where he was given a bad ride, let's be honest about it. And that was off 147. He dropped 2 pounds for that. Then he came back and ran 7 lengths third behind St. Sam over 2 miles, 3.5 furlongs on the soft to heavy ground, which won't be his cup of tea. Shorter trip and ground he probably doesn't like. Back on better ground, back up over a trip in a big field, and like the Tsar, which is the kind of horse that just you switch him off and he does thing through the race. You set him alight, then coming up the hill. I think the hill's a big thing to him. He stays all day, and I think the harder they go, the better chance that he'll have. I genuinely think Charles Burns could easily have at least minimum 2 winners at Cheltenham this year. I think he adds to his battalion going over there. 12-1 for the Carl Cup. I think he has a right chance.
And Sean, last one of this year's Ante-Post videos. Take it away.
Yeah, and I think you're gonna like it, Dave. I dug into this race today. It's a Supreme Novice Hurdle, and I just kept coming back to one fella, and it's gonna be Faso Vega 7-2. He is a little bit short, but I have full faith in him. You do have to rule out the run the last day. They just went off too fast. Even the jockey got off Willie Mullins after. I think you just had to put a line through that, and then you look back. Like before that, you can't forget he was 6-6 unbeaten, winning grade ones. That just can't go astray because of one loss, and there's been valid excuses, to be honest. He beat Ilate Tomp, who's up there on the betting at Christmas. I don't see how you turn that form. If his true running comes back, I can see him putting that form correct again and beating him. You do have Marine National in there. I don't really like him off the layoff coming in from the Royal Bond. I wouldn't say there's too many winners, if any, that have come straight from the Royal Bond. But I just think he has so much talent. I've no doubt in my mind that he's the most talented horse in the field. I think if given the ride just behind the pace, he gets him back to himself. I think he'll come on the bend and he's going to come with a great chance. And I just really wanted to get him in my team. So I have Faso Vega at 7-2 in the Supreme Novice Hurdle.
Very good. Yeah, I mean, if he comes back to the form he showed the first day of beating Ilate Tomp by 6 odd lengths, then he'll win the Supreme. But
you're gone off him.
No, I'm not gone off him.
By the way, he's got the break in your heart now.
No, hurt me. I told you it hurt me.
Yeah, you're not over
hurt
it.
Me. No, it's not that. I fully believe in him, but we just have to see him do it again now. See him do it again.
You can hardly see you doing what he done at Everest now.
Even if he didn't, if I was ever up in Willie Mullins' yard, I'd give him a big kiss and a hug. Not a problem.
Yeah, I just look in the field, like Ilate Tomp is there, Marine National. But after that, it's not looking too strong for Supreme. Like you have Gaelic Warriors not going to run, Imperial Passe is not going to run, Lucia is not going to run. Maybe Tamoris and Nichols, is he going to go in? And then you're down to who Andrew put up high definition. I just think if he comes back to his best, I think he'd be winning this.
Like he's a good bet now because of the run. Like
he's backable.
Yeah, like he probably should be like 2-1. So Sean said he's short there 7-2, but like it's because people are just like, oh, he's terrible now. But clearly you can forgive a horse one bad run. Like Shishkin was bad. No, but some people won't forgive the run. I just want to see him do it on the track.
I was waiting for.
That's who you're talking about, isn't it?
No, I just talking about people in general. But thanks for that.
Johnny Deninas. I would wonder what he did to himself that he was lame after his first one, and I'd love to know how long he was lame for. Have we seen it? Here's a question. I think the answer is no. Any of these press mornings, have we seen him on the gallops?
Don't think so.
There you go.
Yeah,
because I know he went fast, but there's
non-runner for Sean.
No,
listen.
If I definitely knew, I said afterwards I was worried that maybe he was injured and we wouldn't see him. And that's why I suppose I'm a bit quieter on it. If I knew, like if it was the Monday night and he's there and Paul isn't, I'm getting well stuck in. Like I will be hopping up and down.
I hope to God now if it does run, and I hope something like a Goshen doesn't happen because you were unbearable
That couldn't happen.
that Friday.
Can't happen.
You were
twice.
like a
Oh.
moody bastard.
That'd be like
all day.
lightning striking twice.
Dave.
Come on, could you
I'd
imagine?
rather him not run
Could you
than
imagine?
him run.
Could you imagine him put it all together again and he coming up the hill to the last and he's 8
on the
lengths clear and he
snail.
falls? That's it. I tear the fucking TV off the
See?
wall and everything. I would literally, lift the place. I tear the TV off the wall, throw it into the other TV down there, tell fucking Sasha, fuck off. I'd lose it, like. I would.
Yeah, right.
And the thing is, he actually probably would. That's
I would.
You'd be dead,
Are
right?
you, Dave? Are you at all concerned about you were on about shite bumper form earlier? Are you concerned about his shite bumper form?
No. His bumper form is not shite, Tom.
Well, American Mike, good horse. Yes or no?
But sure, that's one horse, like.
James.
And I think, you know what? I think poor American Mike is sick or something.
Oh,
See,
go
sick, bro.
to last minute. Oh, let's run him in the Martin Pipe.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
High
It
speed,
was a weird one. It was a weird one.
That thing
Poetic
just-
music.
Tom, they've
No,
all won
yeah.
races. They can't all be grade 1 horses, like.
Yeah, they could.
You told us before, Tom. What percentage of horses
Welcome
are
to the
grade
Cheltenham
1?
Festival
grade
preview,
one-
Friday,
grade one
the
horses.
3rd of March.
That run in the champion bumper, quite a few.
Tom, who do you think is going to win the Supreme?
You're
No,
not.
you,
I'm
Sean.
not the other horse-
Who do you think is going to win the Supreme, Tom?
Wow, angry
Am I
dad.
allowed to say? Because you said I wasn't allowed to mention the other horse's name.
Please say high definition.
Who do you think is going to win the Supreme?
If it's a Hollywood Bets horse, you're fired.
No, I've got one up my sleeve, and it's Hunter Jean.
Wow.
For the Supreme.
On that
Yeah,
note,
I'm gonna back Hunter Jean each way. I think that there's question marks over some at the head of the market. Some at the head of the market are going to run in different races. I think he's rock solid. I know he got entered in a handicap. He's rated 143 in Ireland. There's no way he's running a handicap.
Tom,
Sean
surely
is-
it has to
Sean
struggle.
is getting closer
Sean,
and closer to the camera.
Sean's going to help me out with this, right? So if you walk into a bookies, Tom, right? Okay.
Here we go.
Or your little fucking phone machine there, and you go
Phone machine.
€10, and you click each way, right? And then it becomes €20, and you go on Hunter's Yarn to win the Supreme Novice, and you
Returns.
press click, and it goes in. It returns how much money, Sean? Fucking zero. Zero, Tom.
I'm going to take a chance on him.
Just on that one, Tom, I think he'd have to jump a hell of a lot better. And if Andrew
Andrew tipped up high definition.
yeah.
And
Listen,
you're
if that
grabbing my lads jump.
no, listen, if that happens, I'm finished with Cheltenham because I'll be done if he wins the Supreme.
If high definition wins the Supreme, I will do some laughing.
Oh, I'd be
I
gone. My week at Cheltenham be finished.
The thing is, the raw ability is there, but the brain cells aren't.
Well, the raw ability there is for Fast Vega as well, but the brain cells weren't there the last day. I even said it to the owner's brother. I was begging for one of them scarves. Said didn't have any. Offered me a cup. I said
Take the cup.
I know. I said I prefer a scarf. Like
Just take the cup. It's free.
the scarves are class, though.
I'll get you a scarf.
No, you don't. You don't have one of them Quavega scarves.
I can get one.
I want one.
I'll get you one.
I have loads of scarves,
I
but
get
that's
for your
the one.
birthday.
That's the one I
I'll
want.
get for your birthday.
Sure, the
Where's
fucking
my-
race is over then.
I'm not getting it before Cheltenham.
Huh?
Where's my It's For Me scarf? I thought someone
Yeah,
was
Dave,
taking
I want
it.
your green scarf just to say that as well.
The
Are you going to use it to wipe away your tears?
if he wins the bumper, one of you can have it. I raffle it between the two of you. That's the fairest
Rock,
thing,
paper,
isn't it?
scissors competition.
We'll
like
fight
No,
for it,
like-
Tom. We'll
I
fight
need
for it.
one for before then. So
Charity
I might buy
boxing
one.
match.
I'll bring it to the gym the next day, and you can have it for when you're off on holidays. You can give it socks. Yeah.
I still can't believe you're in South Africa for Cheltenham.
I know. I get excited about it now, to be honest.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
Africa, not
Don't be.
I'll be different. I'm not going to get to watch much of the racing apart from on the Friday, unfortunately. But at least I'm going to be warm.
It's the 1 week.
Tom, don't worry. I'll FaceTime you when It's For Me is running. You'll get it live on the telly.
Yeah, I've kind of planned stuff that Thursday's a dodgy one, but I'm not too worried about that. That's the wedding day. But Wednesday I should be all right. I'll be on the ground in Joburg and sat by a pool or something.
Well, on that note, Tom is going to be gone the week Cheltenham. He's going to South Africa. Thanks for watching these Ante-Post videos. Please leave your own selections below or comment on ours. A few strange ones there, high definition. If I mean Andrew's in the money if it wins, but there you go. Please like and subscribe. Like I said originally, thanks for Sean for jumping in on the shows this year. He's been a good fixture.
Can't get rid
It was my idea, nobody else's.
I signed the contract.
Thanks very much, Dave.
Andrew signed the contract, but it was my idea.
You regret that every day, Sean.
But
Can't get rid of him now.
like we said to Sean now last week, your selections are bad at Cheltenham. They will cut you dead. So
yeah.
you've had a good wait. If
Be
it's
prepared to grow a new layer of skin because you're going to need it.
you became Rihanna famous overnight with "It's For Me," but I'm telling
Jesus,
you,
Dave.
if he does
If
not
that
win that
wins.
bumper, if he does not win that bumper, there'll be pictures of you all over Twitter getting slated.
Yeah.
As you said, at the end of the river, Liffey swimming.
Yeah, we will. I won't. I'm actually at a stag, but the lads will be back Sunday to discuss the racing. And Andrew can take over the mic.
Let's just skip it Sunday. So
There you go. Best of luck. Have a good weekend.